Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you my ABC Turbo deck profile. This is my own special build that I've recently completed. The original ABC build I had before, it was a bit too slow and I often get bricked really hard. But then after I completed this build and tested it on, say, Dueling Book, I found that's a lot more consistent. So yeah, here's a profile. So standard 2A, 3 Buster Drake, and 2 Crush Wyvern. This is pretty standard. The reason I don't run 3A and 3C is because they can really get bricked and really clogged up sometimes. And I feel that after cutting each to 2 copies, it became a lot smoother and a lot more consistent. You can run 3B because B searches anyway and improves the overall consistency of your deck, so that's fine. Okay, so that's that. Since I'm running the Dragon Ravine Destrudo engine, I run 2 copies of Destrudo and 1 Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. Destrudo is really useful because once you dump it to the graveyard, it can literally summon itself back and go for an instant level 7 synchro. Or if you want, you can even link away with it. And it recycles itself, so... And I cannot afford Ash Blossoms, but I do run triple Ghost Ogre in my deck. I find that it's not quite as good as Ash Blossom, but for its price and cost, it's the next best thing. Since this is a turbo build, I only run 13 monsters, so that's it from the monster lineup. Anyway, for the field spells, I run triple Terraforming, a Union Hanger, not Terraforming, triple Dragon Ravine. I max this out because I find that if I open this card plus either one of Darkworm or Destrudo, I can literally just dump one, search the other, and then that's an instant level 7 synchro, and immediately search one of my Union Hangers. For my 7th field spell, I run Pseudo Space. And to get to my field spells, I obviously run triple Terraforming and 1 Set Rotation. I really like Set Rotation because I have so many field spells in this deck. If I need a Dragon Ravine, I'll just give my opponent one of my 3 hangers. If I need a hanger, I'll just give my opponent one of my 3 Dragon Ravines. And since I have 2 more copies of each anyway, at least, it doesn't matter. I can easily get to it like later on. So that's it for the field spell related. That's 11 in total. So 1 Dragon Shrine and 1 Foolish Burial. And for the staples, run Monster Reborn, Soul Charge, Raigeki, Dark Hole, 1 Twin Twister, and 1 Cosmic Cyclone. And last, this is an interesting tech I'm trying out. It's Scapegoat. I might consider cutting this just based on what I currently have in my extra deck. But I'm currently testing it out, and it works pretty well in saving you, helping you survive 1 extra turn from OTK. That's 20 spell cards, so my 7 trap cards are obviously the Solemn Judgment. That's the MRD Metal Raiders version. I've had that since forever. 1 Solemn Warning. 3 Solemn Strikes. That's it for the Solemns. And 1 Torrential Tribute. And my last, another tech card, Lost Wind. I may consider cutting this as well, but I find that it's actually a pretty underrated card, and that it's easy to basically, you can discard it for either your Dragon Ravine or your Dragon Buster, or even for, say, Twin Twisters, and then you can immediately set it after your opponent's special summons an extra deck monster. And I say this card is better than Breaks Through Skill, so yeah. Now, for the extra deck, I obviously run 1, 2, 3 ABC Dragon Busters. This is the boss monster of the deck. Once you get this thing out, your opponent is pretty much GG for your opponent. So that's the only fusion monster I run. I run 5 Link monsters, which includes the best Link monster in this deck, Saryuja Skull Dread. Correct me if I didn't pronounce that correctly, but yeah, this is the best Link monster in this deck. 1 Decode Talker, Proxy Dragon, Cleaford Genius, and the Underclock Taker. So yeah, that's my Link lineup. For the synchros, I obviously have to run Ancient Fairy. This card searches for your field spells, and it helps you gain life points, and it's crucial as part of the Destrudo build. Black Rose Dragon to nuke the board. Let's say your opponent has a huge board of monsters, and let's say you have a Destrudo and a Dark Worm in the graveyard. So instead of going for Ancient Fairy in this case, you go for Black Rose and give your opponent a board wipe. And the last level 7 I run, this card is actually pretty cool because it's literally an anti-Utopia the Lightning. Basically, it's 2600 attack, and if it battles an opponent's monster, that monster cannot... your opponent cannot use any effects until the end of the damage step. So floater effects cannot be activated, your opponent cannot Mirror Force you, deprison you, and if they have a Utopia the Lightning, they can't even use its effect to double its attack. Which is good, because this thing is exactly 100 more attack points than Utopia the Lightning. Now for my Xyz monsters, I run 4. I have 1 Tornado Dragon, Giant Hand, Abyss Dweller, and of course, the Baguska. So yeah, that's it for my extra deck. So yeah, please let me know what you guys think of my ABC deck. Are there any good cards I could have run? Or am I using some cards that you think are fairly underwhelming? Please don't tell me to run Ash Blossom because I can't really afford it at this point. But if there's any other cheap budget card that I could be using, please let me know. Anyways, please subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos, and thanks for watching.